your place. Rachel, take it on.
I think this issue of presumptuousness is weird when you look at the facts on which it is based. When you look at that quote that Dana Millbank attributed to Barack Obama today, there was no direct quote. He was quoting a paraphrase that was hearsay from another Washington Post reporter. People who were at that meeting say that what Barack Obama was actually saying there was, I'd love to take credit for those huge crowds in Berlin. I'd love to take credit for the kind of reception that I got. But actually, it's not about me. It's about America. And it's about the hope that America could have essentially post-George W. Bush return to our American values. It's not about me. He's actually making a very humble point, but people are very ready to jump on it, take it out of context, and run with this idea that he doesn't know his place, that he's uppity, that he's arrogant. John McCain has done a lot of things that look really presumptuous, too. He has run ads calling himself President McCain. He did give a speech talking about what the world's like at the end of his first term. He is doing weekly radio addresses as if he's a fake president. But nobody says, you don't know your place, John McCain. I think it has a lot of racial overtones and ageist overtones of the opposite kind that we've been talking about.
Hold on, let me get Harold in on this. Do you hear that? This is something that I don't think we talk about enough. Do you hear racism in this experience of Obama, these questions about, it's hard to argue that he went over and staged a trip that was very presidential looking. That was the point. But is there something, because the Clintons also started this in their attacks against him. It was Bill Clinton who said this is a fairy tale campaign. Do you see racism in this?
Look, campaigns, people are out to try their hardest to win. I don't blame John McCain for trying to win. What Senator Obama has to do is to beat him. Remember, no candidate for president running as a Democrat has won a majority of the working class white vote since Lyndon Baines Johnson. Not Gore, not Kerry, not Clinton, not Carter. What Senator Obama's attempting to do is to put together a wide cross-section of voters, a coalition of voters in order to win. So no, I don't hear any of that right now. I think what Senator Obama has to do is to stay focused. He's going to hear these attacks. If the best attack or one line of attack or a prominent line of attack from John McCain and the Republicans against Barack Obama today is he's trying to act like a president, then Barack should be pleased and encouraged. He should continue behaving like a president, continue reaching out to voters. If I had another piece of advice on that, I'd lose the suit, I'd put on a pair of real khakis, and I'd walk through some of these communities.
But Harold, you're not answering the direct question.
The answer is no. The answer is no. I don't hear it. No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
I thought I said that. No.
I'm sorry. How do you see it?
Well, look, what Rachel said, there was humility, real humility here. Let me read you his direct quote according to Dana Millbank. He's telling the Congressional guys, this is the moment the world is waiting for. I have become a symbol of the possibility of America returning to our best traditions. I mean, upon what meat has this our Caesar fed? He is sounding like America's hot dog, really. Out there he's in Berlin.
Pat, the issue here, though, is that quote has been disproved today. That quote has been contradicted by multiple other sources, talking to Time Magazine, talking to other reporters, explaining that he did not say that at all.
Let me break in with what the Smerc, you're coming. The actual quote, as Politico reported on this, this is what Obama reportedly said, according to Politico: "It has become increasingly clear in my travel, the campaign, that the crowds, the enthusiasm, 200,000 people in Berlin, it's not about me at all. It's about America. I have just become a symbol." Smerc.
All right, nobody was in the room from a journalistic standpoint when that statement was offered, but the New York Times, I'm amazed nobody has brought this up so far. June 4, 2008, a direct quote from Senator Obama. "I love when I'm shaking hands on a rope line and I see a little white lady and a big burly black guy and Latino girls and all their hands are entwined and they're feeding on each other as much as on me. It's like I'm just the excuse." In other words, he said it before in the proper context. It's a feel-good statement about the country and what he represents. So we don't have to debate what he said behind closed doors because we have him on the record and giving him the benefit of the doubt. He said the same thing yesterday that he told the Times on this day.
Which I would argue is a symbol of humility and not hubris. But people want to run with the hubris line, I think, for prejudiced reasons.
But is Dana Millbank doing this for prejudiced reasons?
I'm not accusing him of being racist.
He's the source of the story.
No, listen, Pat, how could you look at
of everybody that's critical of Obama when he's in a rough patch, to which he's responding with angry ads which show these attacks are working?
Whether or not they're working, I think we have a responsibility to talk about whether they're deserved, Pat. And I think when when John McCain doesn't speak to Pat Buchanan as being presumptuous, calls himself President McCain, but Barack Obama speaks to you as presumptuous for doing something much less damning, that says more about you than it does about the candidates.